no matter what path I took, I didn't know which one was longer. I didn't know which one was shorter, the shortest, the longest. I just decided to step and commit to one path and have the patience that I was gonna get around to where I wanted to go by the What is going on, my friends? Welcome back to another episode of The Morning Takeaway, aka the Inside Influence Podcast. Again, to reiterate that name, to be honest with you, I just got to get going on getting people on the podcast, going to a studio, and just formulating my plan. It is single-handedly the one thing that's weighing on me, like, hey, you need to do it. Take action on it, right? So anyways, that's just a little update there to start getting guests. If you think that's beneficial, please let me know in the comments, because I'm curious to understand what you all want to see more of on the podcast, because I'm never going to stop doing podcast content. I love talking about deep thoughts and kind of relating these life analogies, and I can continue to do solo episodes as well, but I want to hear your thoughts. And on the idea of doing a solo episode, here we are again, and I want to tell you a story basically about how my morning started today, and how I went about it, and how I ultimately tied something in all together, because it was pretty crazy. So bear with me as I tell this story. So this morning, I wake up about 4:30 a.m. as usual. I'm going through my morning routine. I take my cold shower. I unload the dishwasher, which I clean at night, and then I put everything away, kind of make my bed. I do everything that, I win something, get something done to start the day before I go into my meditation, reading, and going on a walk. Well, I was putting the dishes away, and there was a pan that was stuck in a drawer. I'm at an Airbnb. They have their pans in a drawer. Normally I would have them like under a sink in a cabinet, right? Guess that's why you don't put pans in a drawer. And as I was trying to open it, it would come out about 3 inches. And the handle was sticking up in the corner. And I couldn't open the drawer. I started trying to shove it and pull it really hard. And I was like, okay, I need to take a deep breath. I'm not going to break anything. This is an Airbnb. I need to chill out. So I went back, started putting stuff away. Came to the spatula. Needed to put the spatula away. Opened the top drawer that was above the one where it was stuck. Put away the spatula where it goes, and I go to close the door, and the door won't close. The drawer, rather. Now it's stuck on the freaking pan as well. And I'm like, all right, that's how this day is gonna go. This is how this day is gonna go. So I'm looking at it, and I'm like, okay, this drawer is just gonna stick out until, the rest of the time I'm just gonna have to tell them, hey, I got a pan stuck, and I'm gonna look like an idiot. Well, I then decided to start shoving the drawer again. And to my surprise, I was strong enough at one point to shove the drawer all the way back, and it went into place. It actually opened the bottom a little bit, or the bottom one that was originally stuck. And I was able to get my hand in there and finagle some things, and I ended up fixing it. But that story, in the midst of all that probably happened over a 10-minute span, even just me staring at the drawers, contemplating like what the heck is going on here. I was really trying, and this is something I do, I try to connect with like the universe and source energy is what I like to call it, just some kind of energy, and just like, what is the world or the universe trying to tell me in this specific moment, right? I'm aware that my frustration and something completely just so minuscule, right? But what is the world or universe trying to tell me right now in this very moment? And I just had to think on that for a little bit. And I got to thinking, okay, maybe today I just need to be patient. I need to slow down a little. In my life recently, and if you listen to last week's podcast, I was talking about how I was stressed out and a lot of things going on, and I feel better, don't get me wrong, but maybe that's another sign from the universe saying, hey dude, you gotta slow down, and you need to take a deep breath and be patient. Well, I go out for my walk, and I am walking. I'm currently in Nashville, staying in West End, and I'm right across the street from Vanderbilt's campus. I like to go on my morning mile walk in there when it's still kind of dark out, the crickets are still chirping. And I'm gonna put the picture that I took up here on the slide, or on the screen next to me, so you can see what I'm saying if you're watching this on YouTube. One day these will come out on Spotify and just be audio only. But the picture is a path. And I came to this spot where I'm standing here and there's 4 sidewalks right in front of me. And I start kind of scanning. I literally stopped and I took the picture because I was like, wait, this is something's gonna happen. Like, I don't know what it is, but like, why is there 4 sidewalks coming out from one, right? And I started looking around, I started scanning, and I was like, okay, this is weird, but what can I make of it? And I recognized that all 4 of those paths led to the same destination. One was a little longer, one was more direct, one was the longest, and one was a little bit more of a scenic route. Now, I got to thinking about that, and I got to thinking about my experience that morning with the pans, and I got to thinking about, hey, dude, you need to be patient. And as I started walking, I picked a path, and I kind of analyzed, and I actually filmed a story about it as well on Instagram. I got to thinking that those pathways are one of the best analogies I have ever come across for life. And it was so unique in this moment because it's so true. A lot of times in life, we have visions, we have ideas of where we want to go, we have this end destination in sight. And the truth is, there's millions and millions and millions of ways to get to that end destination. Whatever that is for you, whatever that goal, whatever that white picket fence and a family goal, whatever it is for you. And I got to thinking again, I was just like, I could have picked any one of these paths and still gotten to the same spot. Now, again, how does that relate to my experience that morning? Well, no matter what path I took, I didn't know which one was longer. I didn't know which one was shorter, the shortest, the longest. I just decided to step and commit to one path and have the patience that I was going to get around to where I wanted to go by the end of it. And that was the big revelation for me, was like, whoa, this whole patience idea is really what my brain is searching for right now. And I kept going deeper and deeper and deeper on this topic, in the sense that we all have our own path, and we all have a destination in mind. Even if it is the same destination to someone else, we could take very different paths to get there. But the first place to go when you're trying to get to that destination is to not get overwhelmed by the 4 pathways in front of you, but rather pick one, commit to it, take the first step, and then trust that journey that you're on. Because at the end of the day, we're going to get there somehow, some way, and different obstacles will come along the way. There might be another 4-way path and decision that you have to make. But if you commit to one, at the end of the day, if you were to look at this whole decision of life on a map, you won't see those other options. You'll just see one big path, and that's how it'll go. You might see some zigzag, you might see coming back, but the moral of the story is you need to commit, be patient throughout, and trust in where you're going. And if that's not some super deep, crazy life analogies, I don't know what is, but that was my experience, and this is genuinely just how my brain kind of works. And, for lack of a better way to put it, I hope that if you're in a bind today or whenever you hear this and you feel like shoving drawers shut with pans stuck in it, that you're able to take a deep breath and you're able to be patient. And whatever that situation is for you, trust your own process and trust that you will come out at the correct destination. And, take it for what it's worth. I hope you were able to take something away, and forgive me for expanding on my story too much, but I thought that might be applicable to many areas of life. And again, happy to share it. I love creating content around podcasts, and honestly, it is one of my favorite things because I love going deep and having deep conversations and just like being vulnerable. I think that's one of the keys to connection in life and how we expand and grow as people individually and interpersonally. So that is all I have for you today. If you don't mind sharing the show with somebody that you think might impact, and don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. If you're watching my videos and you're not subscribed, please don't forget to subscribe and hit the bell icon so you're the first one to see these videos as soon as they come out. You'll get a notification if you hit the bell icon. And that is all I have for you. Hope you're doing well. Hope you have an awesome freaking day. And don't forget to smile.